In this video, we're going to prepare for finance by solving the following equation for t, where t happens to be up in a exponent. And then we're going to round the value to one decimal place if needed. Now, different instructors will teach you how to do this in a different way. So if your instructor shows you a different way, it is probably just as valid as the way I'm going to show this. The way I teach my class how to do this problem is to start by isolating the parentheses by dividing both sides by 1600. So I'm going to divide both sides by 1600, which means I'm going to take 6,800 divided by 1600 on my left-hand side of the equal sign to get 4.25. I still have this parenthesis 1 plus 0.0875 over 12 to the 12t power. My suggestion at this point is simplify inside of the parentheses so that that's a single number. So I would take 0.0875 divided by 12, add my 1 to the result, to give me 1.007291667. And remember, that actually continues on even if your calculator doesn't display it. So at this point, we're kind of stuck. So I need to get the t. I need to solve for t, but t is a power. In order to solve for an unknown power, we use the function called a logarithm. So we're going to take the log of both sides of the equal sign. What that does is it will bring down your power so it becomes a multiplication. So I've got this log of 4.25 is equal to log of this really ugly decimal, but that's multiplied by 12t. But now that I've changed this to a multiplication problem, I can undo the multiplication by dividing. So we're going to divide or isolate t by dividing by this ugly logarithm. So we're going to take and divide both sides by the 1.00729, etc. To do this in your calculator, this is important to keep this expression exact so we don't have to re-enter it in. So we're going to end up using our answer button. So you do want to use that recall button, often called an answer, on your calculator. I'm going to take my log of 4.25, close your parenthesis. If you don't close the parenthesis, you also will not get an equivalent answer. Divide it by the log of the number above it, the 1.007. So in my calculator, I'm going to take second, and then that negative sign is my answer. Close it off and hit enter. So we get 199.157, etc. equals 12t. Keeping that in my calculator, I need one more step. We're going to divide both sides by 12. So divide that by 12 in my calculator. And we get t is approximately 16.596, etc. And this is where we're going to now round as indicated one decimal place. So behind the one decimal place is a 9. So I'm going to say t is equal to 16.5.